Discretion is advised.
Hello there, everyone, and good morning, Geek It Out. How's everybody doing today? Don Prime, how you been, man?
Tired as hell. It's, end of our fiscal year, busiest day of the year yesterday. And, yeah, we still got another 4 days of it coming up, so just need the break.
Nah, I feel you. I actually was about to do some overtime today, but then they would need me at 9 to work, and I'm here like, it's 6 o'clock right now. Let me just go home. What's the point? I'm going to be tired as hell by the time 9 o'clock comes in. What's the point working at OT? Let me just come here, do the stream, and call it a day. Oh, shoot. Thrawn? What? Thrawn in the morning? Get out of here with this.
Exactly.
Yo,
damn.
How you feeling, man? Shoot, I haven't seen Thrawn in a minute, man. I haven't seen him in a stream in a minute. God. How's the 7th Fleet going?
Exactly. So, woohoo. Hee hee.
Ooh, what are those? What are those?
It's our first edition stickers. This was our first batch. We've got 2 more batches coming. We'll be starting to give these out at Comic-Con. These aren't, as you can tell, the cheap, just like rolled stickers. These are like textures and back, so.
Wow, those are really cool. I want one then. Shoot.
Don't worry, I got some for you. And Local Lou and all our groups. Yeah. Well, there'll be a few of us running around at Comic-Con, so.
No, this is a real stream, guys. Everybody, this is a real stream. Those of you who are going out of your mind right now, like a morning stream, another one? Nate's out of 9. No, it's a real one, guys. Don't worry.
We're live. Your brain's not playing tricks on you. If you answer a question, we might answer it. So.
Yes. Actually, Don Prime, hit him up with what you got going for 10 a.m. because we're going to have the stream go for only 2 hours, ended at 10 a.m. because
we're going to do we're doing Collector Therapy number 2. And so we're just going to be a little lighter subject as opposed to, the insurance and stuff. Just dealing with collector burnout. We've all been burned out for one thing or another, whether it's we're getting mad because of the shipping delays or the toy apocalypse is going to be coming up, so it's going to shift all our money and our payments and anything else. It's a cascading effect, just in a good way of like how to deal and recognize, if you're going to burn out, and just basically, if you get that point, don't do anything. You never make emotional decisions either to buy or sell, so things like that. Yeah, Captain Rex was delayed. I understand it's October. We wished it was this month so it could get to us sooner, but technically October is only 4 days away. But then again, like Nate and I were discussing, it's going to create a cascade event where, we were hoping we get it November, December. But now it's not coming out till October, and then the shipping delays, and yeah. So, and I'm not happy for the fact that, like, my Rex has been paid off since February. So, if this thing comes out, I'm very, very tempted to kind of break my rule, and I would Hong Kong buy this and just say, okay, Sideshow, give me my money back. You've had it since February, so.
Nate, where's my cup? Yo, you get your own cup, okay? Don't worry. We'll have the Geek It Out cups in November. Don't worry. We just work on the designs right now, so don't worry. We'll get them out. This means SS is going to push my final payment back again. Yep, like they did to my Captain America, like they did to my Gandalf. They'll be pushed automatic with the final payments. IG11 is a travesty. Has Sideshow ever addressed the issue with anyone? The thing is, how can you address it when the news is out there with the whole pandemic causing all these shipping delays and then all these backed up ships? Damn, hell, freaking Don Prime explains this every freaking stream about the ship delays over at California.
Exactly. There's almost 40 ships, last time I looked, just waiting to download their cargo. Again, and I know people are mad at Sideshow and they're mad at Hot Toys. There's really not much you can be mad about, again, because if there is limited cargo space for boats, and then there's limited for Connex, the actual containers which go in the boat, there is a limited supply of that. Plus all the prices are going through. I think it was Pennywise. He's bringing up shipping rates at this point. It's a minimal increase to actually go to air freight right now compared to what the normal cost in today is for boat freight. Because I mean, at one time I think he was saying prior to the pandemic there was like a 20 times difference in price. Now it's only like it's so minimal. It might be for Sideshow's point and Hot Toys, it might be worth paying the extra dollars for air freight because if they're already going to be paying that stupid money for boat freight. But then again, who knows? Because would they do it with certain figures and not others? Because then that potentially puts bad view on Sideshow. Because you're doing it for this figure, but not for that. So
you're out of your damn mind. I already know I'm out of my mind. All right, that's why we do these streams. All right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, guys, it's gonna be tough this year, definitely. Let's go off to what the word we got from our Bothan Spies. Our Bothan Spies, they do the job well. Sometimes we get some good words. Sometimes the good words turn to worse words. Like them Bothan Spies, at one time they told us that the freaking Palpatine has returned. I was like, the hell you mean? What are you smoking? Get out of here with this. Palpatine returning? Come on. With 50,000 Star Destroyers from out of the ice? Get out of here. 2 hours later, oh, they were right. Shoot. Worst Bothan Spy words ever because they ended up getting through. So,
exactly.
But yeah, guys, let's look at what we got here. So, of course, Monica. Monica, we trust. Give F in the chats for Monica because they'd be dropping them words, baby. And pretty much here's Cisco Survivor Guide as well. So let's go down real quick. All right. So will you be able to read that, Don Prime? If not, then
our big brother and King and third party King Joshua Breda has gotten official news from Hot Toys China that the following will be releasing in October. Rex and
Harley Quinn Outcome Games.
Okay, Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So now this news comes from the official Hot Toys China handle, and we just have to wait and see any differences from Hong Kong or not. Special thanks to the one and only Jao Breda. So, yeah, guys.
Now, I mean, and the funny thing is, people yesterday, and I know like Lane kind of got bit on it too, and other people did, that there was someone actually made like Photoshop fake pictures of like Rex being released last night. So, and I was watching, Man of Hot Collectibles stream, and Lane put that out, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he did that, like we literally start checking, Reddit, other Facebook sites, anything, and we're like, nope, it's not released. So somebody put that out there trying to play games yesterday.
Yeah, it looks about right. So, but Monica don't play games, so Monica,
oh yeah, definitely,
the true Bothan Spy right there. Good people. So,
but people are starting to screw with us. They know our wants. They know Rex is an imminent drop, and we've been waiting so long. But people are screwing with us now.
So October release. Now, for some of you, of course, it's some good news. Like, oh my God, October release! Like, it's exactly a release for exact. We finally got an exact release for Captain Rex. But the rumors before that was that Captain Rex got pushed back to October because originally Rex was slated for, from the rumors that September was going to be the spot. But then but then look what we got. Shipping notices that Captain Marvel EndGame was looking to get released. Shipping notices from Toys Wonderland. Not only that, Ahsoka is still looking for September release. Right, and these were previously, from the last Bothan Spy report from Monica. Was Ahsoka Tano, EndGame, Iron Patriot, and freaking Captain Rex. So I was hoping for September release for Captain Rex. All right, because the reason why, because think about it. Here's the bad part about getting Captain Rex in October. Because if we missed out on the chance of getting Captain Rex in September, that means we missed out on the chance of getting it in the States by November. But the thing is, once you reach the December line, where all the holidays start roaming through after November, and all the holiday shopping, the shipping, the madhouse that tends to happen during that time, we probably won't see Captain Rex. If it gets released in October, we won't see it in the States till freaking December, end of December, maybe delayed till January, by the way things are with Sideshow shipping. So.
So, yep. Oh my captain! Oh my captain! Oh wait, you're not the captain I wanted.
Not the captain I wanted. Freaking, we got traded, man. We got traded. It was the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals. We got an EG Captain Marvel for
no, that's not the hairstyle. That's Captain Karen.
Captain Karen. So instead of Captain Rex, we got Captain Marvel, which is fine. If you go, those of you who are collecting Captain Marvel, that's fine with you. But I'm not. I already have the deluxe version. I'm fine with that. I wasn't looking forward to the EG Cap this early. But the thing is, if we go back, there was no delay with her, and let's just share this real quick. Captain Marvel, you see, Captain Marvel has the September 2021 release date, right there between 2021 and November 2021. So it fits the bill. It fits the bill.
Now, let me ask you a question, though. If you put the original head sculpt on that, would that be a better figure?
Yeah, the body actually is better. I love this body compared to the deluxe.
Because the body's more accurate, or to the comic books with the sash, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, also the different colors too. It's a bit more red here with the blues. With her, it's slightly different.
Okay.
I think it's just slightly different, but. Here, I love the design here better.
Cool. Now, we were saying yesterday though, like for Wasp, what is she going for now?
Like 300, 350.
All right, let me just check because I was looking at something last night, and I might have found where it's still at retail. The only part it's a 2-pack because it also comes with Ant-Man.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so let me take a look.
You still get a deal. You still get a deal, though, right? You still get a deal with
that
price? Yeah.
Let me see if it's still available. Yep, I just found out. Let's see, I gotta... Yeah, because it might... Because I saw it last night, I just want to make sure it's still available before I start... Oh, come on. Yeah, let me look for it a little more. And then...
Okay, go ahead. So, yeah, guys. So if you guys were looking forward to Captain Rex for September, it's not happening in September. It's going to happen in October. When in October? I'm hoping for the first week of October, hopefully. We'll get Captain Rex released. Hell, they might even
All right.
What's up?
I found it. Okay, so if you are looking for both Wasp and Ant-Man, and I know a Wasp right now is pushing that number. 1/6 Outfitters right now, they have a 2-pack, a 1/6 scale Ant-Man and Wasp figure bundle, $4.94. That's for Ant-Man and Wasp, brand new.
That's a good bundle. Yeah, usually 1/6 Outfitters sometimes have bundles that pop up from time to time.
Hold on, I'm sending it in the private chat right now to you.
All right, let me see. All right, let me pull that up. Oh, you know what I pre-ordered yesterday?
What?
I pre-ordered from Toys Wonderland the wolf, Gerald the wolf from The Witcher.
Oh, okay, I know. All right, yeah, because I was saying to you, I was looking at the that TW Toys, that Big Mama, and I'm like throwing M4 with her, and you turn her into Cover Girl. Yep. So there you go, folks. If you're still looking to get Ant-Man and Wasp, there's a bundle for you. And basically, it's retail for both.
That's not bad. Wow. Yeah, basically retail for both. Yeah, she's been sold out for quite a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that last night, and I'm like, that might be a good thing to keep in the back of your head for someone who's looking for
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, if somebody wants to complete the endgame line, supposedly the endgame line, to get themselves a wasp. But yeah, guys.
So,
But then here's another thing about this. Here's another thing that's wild about this. Is that Harley Quinn came out of nowhere for me. I didn't even think about Harley Quinn. Now the Harley Quinn from the movies, yes, but Arkham Harley Quinn looking to come out in October as well. And it does say October 2021. So we got Harley Quinn and Captain Rex looking to come out in October.
now, I mean, I've never played the Arkham games, so that's great for anybody who wants those. For me, that's like, oh, okay, cool, it's released. Video game figures for me are kind of like, aside from the Battlefront games where they're essentially OT trilogy characters with just reskins. Like, I mean, I just don't know if they would ever be for me. If you love them, that's great. It's just I don't play, the Arkham games. So
No, I got you. You know the one thing I'm hoping for though, I'm hoping that we do get the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad 2. But it looks like if they're
like,
taking a while for that. They're taking a real while for that.
well, the thing is though, based on how good it was reviewed and how good of an actual move, like, did you expect Squad 2 to be that good? Like, it was going to be over the top, but it actually was a good movie, I think.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it because I don't know how much liberty did they give James Gunn with it. Because DC can say, "Oh, we gave James Gunn the reins and call it a day." I'm like, "Yeah, DC. Like the other times you lied about the Snyder cut. There's no Snyder cut. Come on." So it's hard for me to believe in DC anymore. You know, like whatever they say, hey, I got to take it with a grain of salt because you guys be lying out your asses about these films.
Yeah, I mean, and now the thing is, and I don't know if you saw the news, apparently Jared Leto, he came out and apparently there's rumors that he might be coming back as Joker in either another movie or in a series. And the rumor is he's not going to play Joker unless they get Affleck back and confirmed on contract.
Yeah, but
So
isn't Affleck in the new Flash movie?
Flashpoint. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's in Flashpoint, but they're talking about, remember, because there was supposed to be a actual Affleck solo Batman movie. And then there was going to be talks of a Ben Affleck solo Batman series on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? I mean, we could still be seeing Affleck in his own series and his own movie, but they also potentially might tie that into Suicide Squad because Suicide Squad, especially with Harley Quinn, is still tied to Ben Affleck Batman. So they still have that grounding piece if they want to move forward with it, where it still that has the same connective tissues.
What's he have Jared Leto back? Jesus, no, let that one go. Honestly, like, yeah, I feel the same way. Like, if they messed it up the first time, how they gonna fix it up this time? Nothing against Jared Leto, but the thing is, like, things didn't work out with that Joker. Just trying to you're being a dead horse at this point. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, but yeah, that jester, like that tactical jester uniform, it looked awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
love that one. So this one kind of reminds me of that with Harley Quinn's look she had in the film, but a bit
hmm
more comic book / gaming related. I would if I wasn't for my waiting for that pre-order to pop up, I'll pick this one up because this one is my preferred look compared to the other two Harley Quinns that are up for pre-order right now. And I don't even those going to be some wild releases. Those two, but yeah, Harley Quinn coming out in October. Those of you who were looking to pick this up, hey, congratulations to the DC fandom because they've been wanting some DC figures to be released. So all we've been getting have been Star Wars and Marvel, Star Wars and Marvel, Star Wars and Marvel.
so who knows? Now, would they do? Now, this isn't the same line as like the Hulk suit EX, right? Or is it a different game but like same franchise?
Oh, are you talking about that? You talking about the Batman, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in the
the
same.
EX for the free suit.
Yeah, they're all part of that video game genre there. I forgot which
Okay.
which game she's from, but it's from it's Arkham Knight. So it's Arkham Knight. I think the EX suit is Arkham Knight as well, but they're all part of the that same family of video games. The Arkham Knight, yeah, Batman Arkham Knight. That one was a surprise, sold out. That was crazy.
And then they got the Batman Beyond.
So yeah, a lot of these are Arkham Knight. A lot of these are Arkham Knights.
Cool.
But all right, so who else to look at here? Because we had Captain Rex. Oh yeah, we sort of looked at Captain Rex. But here's the thing. You know what I'm afraid of though? Since we are getting Captain Rex and Harley Quinn in October. What are the chances that Hot Toys decides, hey, you know what? Let's just move Ahsoka. That the word we got from Monica that Ahsoka got pushed forward, early past the October release. But the thing is, they could push back with all this news, all these different figures coming out. They can like freaking Captain Marvel. I'm like, Captain Marvel can actually take the last week of September release, and they just move Ahsoka Tano back to October 21st, 2021.
I mean, that's always possible. I mean, because again, Captain Marvel, if it's true, it came out of nowhere. No one was hearing anything. No one saw it on their radar. I mean, because again, it was also a figure that probably didn't have a lot of pre-orders. So it was one of those things they could actually, commit and produce what their numbers were and be done with it.
Nah,
So.
it sucks because September was looking like a good month because we were getting word that Ahsoka Tano and Rex were getting pushed for release in September. But with Captain Marvel coming into play, well, hell, they can move. You know what they can do? They can have Ahsoka Tano be in the last week of September, and then have Captain Marvel in the last week of September. Then in October, the first week of October, October 7th week, they'll probably drop Captain Rex then.
True. I mean, and the thing is, though, it's it's the 28th right now. So October is only 4 days away. No, it's the 25th, sorry. 25th. So yeah, for coming Friday is October. So... I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because of the potential shipping things, but it's not like he was pushed back months. He might have been pushed back technically a couple of days.
Wait, question. Was the how many times was Rex delayed?
Is this the third or fourth time now?
Because technically, him not getting released in September doesn't really say he's a delay because he's coming out in October, unless him being pushed back to October release was the delay. Oh, third, I believe. What if? Yeah. So the whole pushback to October was the third delay.
Well, no, I think the first there was the first delay because he was supposed to come out like February, because that's why I paid it off. Then he was pushed back to now, and then if he's pushed back again, yeah, so that would be the third pushback. Yes, Exotic. We're better than cereal and cartoons.
These morning streams are. Dude, that's right. This is a Saturday morning stream. Like you be watching some Saturday morning cartoons right now. Damn, 3 times. Oh my god, that hurts. Yeah, they needed to get Rex out. Come on, just push back Marvel for October. Hot Toys, come on. Do us a favor, man. Do the people a favor. We can wait for Captain Marvel to be shipped out by January, okay? Make it here in the States. But please, give us Rex. You give us Rex. Just give us Rex. I'm okay. Honestly, I've always been okay with delays because I'm always working on the figures. But as far as what happened?
Oh no, we got someone from Kuwait now watching us. Oh, all right, brother. Hey, brother, sister. Thank you very much. Oh, I can tell you, I've driven on the Kuwait roads. Going to Arifjan, KNB, Virginia, all that stuff. So that's an experience, driving a Pajero on the roads of Kuwait, and then you see, literally supercars, like $1 million supercars, just whipping right by you. So.
No, okay. So I say Hot Toys, take your time. Yeah. I feel you on that. But the thing is, with the shipping delays and all the ships being backed up, with Rex getting out in October, doesn't leave him much time for it to get here in the States. That means we might find people literally canceling their pre-orders at Sideshow or here in the States just to get it picked up at Toys Wonderland, since they have it over there. And then they're probably going to cause another civil war between the collectors at that point. Not between the collectors, but the houses.
Yeah, and just as a side note for like that, what's up with Toy Wonderland? Supposedly they just had their second birthday. They're putting a full court press out. It's literally like every 15, 20 minutes I'm getting emails from them. Like 10% off this, or we're going to do the special for this. I mean, they almost it's almost like they're saying, hey, we're back for round two. What are other companies going to try to do us? So we still have that's ongoing, and it almost seems like it's being escalated by certain Hong Kong companies. So, I mean, we might not even be out of the quote-unquote store civil war, So just stay tuned. I mean, because this thing could turn again in a heartbeat.
No, you know that was going to happen. People are not going to get their Rexes here in the States until we get them from Sideshow. You know what's going to happen? People are going to be canceling their orders from Sideshow, and they're going to go move over to some HK sites. They'll pay the extra $100 just to get the Rex in early.
Exactly. I mean, and I'll be completely honest. I'm one of those people that's thinking about it, because like I've called Sideshow and and it's not much they can do. It's like, hey, you've had my money and for 7 months, and it's basically your two options are, okay, you keep it, or you cancel your order and you reorder when we have it. And it's like, okay, I mean, and I understand, the customer service person, they only can do certain things, but at the same time, you've had my money for so long. And at this point, I mean, I would seriously consider Hong Kong ordering this when it comes out, because I don't have to wait for Sideshow. So, yeah.
Yeah, Big Dog Pod 1, good morning to you. Woo! Yes. Welcome to the wars. Let up flare. Yeah. welcome. Yeah,
Remember,
guys.
you need 15 pieces of flair.
Oh man. Morning, Big Dog. Okay, morning all. Another early show digging at Saturday morning cartoons for collectors. Damn.
We are the true interactive Saturday morning experience.
Hey, you know what? I was just thinking. This is out of your mind thinking right here. But how you feel about Captain Puerto Rico 2.0 game released a little early?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they do it this early. Especially the fact that like a lot of people are still waiting on their endgame cap.
I'm so.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's one of those things. I kind of thought it would be a long wait. I got mine from Hong Kong. I've had mine since January, but I mean, they're not. Hot Toys isn't really quote unquote concerned with optics, but it potentially put a sour note in some fans' mouth if they release this, and while they're still waiting for a Captain America that they pre-ordered 2.5 years ago. So,
Yes, yeah, a lot of people haven't gotten their endgame caps yet. I haven't got my endgame cap. My payments keep getting pushed back, so my last payment is October. But some good news, my last payment is going through for IG-11. They didn't push it back, so I might be getting my IG-11 next week. And I spoke to CSRs. They told me, yeah, we may have your IG-11 in, so prepare for the shipping next week. I'm like, nice. That's pretty cool.
Cool. Very nice.
40 people watching and 17 thumbs up. Ah, yes, please. Those of you
Smash
who are
that like
watching
button.
right now, smash that like. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe. We still got, we're doing better now. About 40% of you that are coming back and watching our content are not subscribers. So please, you keep coming back. Just hit that subscribe button by this point.
And
Come on.
remember, folks, once we hit 2K, we'll be starting a figure giveaway. But that does not start till we get 2K. And it will be, and Nate knows what it is, and it'll be a figure that even as a standalone will be mighty impressive. So I'll just give you that.
Everything. So they ruffled a lot of the feathers by announcing Mando 2.0 while people still hadn't received their Beskar Mandos. Damn. Hell, at that point, there's times where people from HK were reselling the Mando 2.0s for high dollar because no one could get them over here. Man, that was a money grab. That was an easy money grab right there, man. Shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It was a money pit, as Lando would say.
Absolutely, yeah. A subtropical moon, a real money pit.
Ooh. There you go. That's my boy. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I wish Hot Toys made one last figure from Solo. It would have been Lando, a young Lando, because I like young Lando. I know there's people out there that felt that he was over the top as Lando. I liked it. Okay, I had fun.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely felt that was like a young, like you watch Empire. You definitely can feel that's young Lando. You know, and I mean, and again though, there might be hope because there is supposedly going to be a young Lando show. So, if they want to continue the Solo story a little bit or merge it with Lando, the series might be the time you actually see, you know, Lando and young Han back. Because I mean, there were rumors they were going to do a Solo 2, and then again you have the whole Maul subplot, which was. And again, it almost seems like that when they wrote Solo, they still had ideas or plans from the planned trilogy sequel that Lucas wrote. Because again, you can read this online. Lucas wrote a trilogy plot outline and everything in treatment for Disney for 7, 8, and 9. In 7, 8, and 9, Boba Fett did return. He did escape the Sarlacc. He was going to be basically running an organization either for Maul or, in direct partnership with Maul. And then Maul was supposed to be the big baddie Sith of the series, with his robotic legs. But he was also going to be training Darth Talon as the next Sith. So, I mean, that's what Lucas gave Disney as a treatment. And Disney's like, Kathleen Kennedy is like, nope. We're going to kill Skywalker.
You know what's funny? Happy birthday to Mark Hamill today. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. For those of you who don't share his political views or anything, I appreciate the work he has done over the years as Joker and as Luke Skywalker and many voices. But
it's funny. It's funny you watch that. You're ever in the bowels of YouTube, you're watching stuff. So I ended up watching like it was a documentary on the Seawolf nuclear sub. And I'm like, why does that voice sound familiar? And it's Mark Hamill. And it's just weird hearing Mark Hamill and it's like Luke Skywalker talk about like nuclear submarines and ICBMs. And it's just weird, but in a cool way. So.
Negan's at Nate. Is your coffee reg or decaf? It has to be regular, man. I just got back from work. And this is about my time to go to sleep. But right now, I'm not drinking coffee anymore. I'm drinking cocaine. Say alright. Cocaine. Yeah. No, I'm just drinking Coke. It was all cool.
Coca-Cola. Hey, coffee stunts my growth.
Oh, man, Hot Collectible. What's up, Dante? Yeah, guys, it's looking pretty bad for us race collectors. Now, if you're pre-ordering from the States, then you're gonna have to wait a while because it's gonna be about 2 or 3 months until that figure hits us in the States. Now, if you're looking to buy from Toys Wonderland or any of the HK sellers out there, then you'll get it faster, but you might have to pay a premium just to get it in. So,
yeah, and again, For those of you who have not ordered from Hong Kong, just be aware that they'll offer certain services like FedEx or DHL. Now, FedEx, pretty much, they're a shipping company in the U.S. They have, locations, or can get to locations pretty much anywhere in the continental U.S., aside from certain outliers. Now, however, when you choose a company like DHL, you do have to realize not everywhere in the United States is a quote-unquote DHL area. Just simple, Nate and I, we're technically on the East Coast of the United States. I'm in New Hampshire, which is in the Boston, New York route. So shipping for me for a 1/6 scale figure is probably, $30 DHL, and I have it in 3 to 4 days. Nate would be the similar to, because it's Atlanta. Atlanta's a major hub. But when you start to get to areas, and like the West Coast is like that too, there's offices. But when you get into the Midwest, certain parts of, outlying areas that, even the mail, the USPS has issues covering, then you're actually going to pay a premium. So again, just remember when you're looking at shipping from any place overseas, FedEx, UPS, they're going to usually be the same rates no matter where you live, just a couple dollars difference. DHL, you're either going to get a good rate or you're going to get absolutely destroyed. Because I know some people, just for Thanos, they were living in the Midwest, they were being, quoted $239 US for it to be shipped via DHL. So almost as much as the figure, because they lived in the Midwest and they wanted to choose DHL. So again, just do your research when you're betting from overseas and you're choosing your shipping option.
Yeah, man, how it goes. Yeah, we mentioned this pretty much already about Rex getting released this week. But the thing is, it's going to get released in October versus September. You see what I'm saying? I'm really hoping to get that released as soon as possible in September, because then we got the October release, and that October release, because in the States, people that pre-order, like me, like myself, and many others, pre-ordered Rex in the States, that doesn't come out to the States till, if we get it in October, then we'll probably see in December. But the thing is, December is a very tough month when it comes to Hot Toys, especially with shipping and the craziness. Like, hell, we might see another freaking EndGame cap in our hands with Captain Rex if the shipping is that bad by November. I'm just by November and December. Like, we probably won't see. Most of us won't see Cap till freaking December. No, January. Exactly. Which sucks. I'm like, damn. But the thing is, those of you who have pre-order already from Toys Wonderland, or you guys are gonna get it a lot sooner. But us here, we're not gonna get it. Oh, dude, we got the local Lou.
What's good, people?
Oh, he's wearing his Jedi thing. Like, oh yeah.
Wearing my Venom.
Nice.
So anyway, yes, let's get to talking about some Marvel licensing.
Okay. So I was waiting for this.
Lou, you've been hitting on this now, and I'll just say this: Disney it's very funny because Disney is doing the same, is in another lawsuit, but the difference is it's with the guys who did the Predator script, and they're alive, so they actually have legal standing. Whereas you said, the estates of like Ditko, they're just under power of attorney. So it's actually, he's not alive. So it's his family. So that's the weird thing. You know what I'm getting at.
Yep. And here's where it gets real finicky. So back when Steve Ditko and Stan Lee was working on the Marvel, they created these characters via story and artistry under the guides of Marvel. So the way it works is when they went to cash their checks, in the back of their stipend, they knew they were working specifically for Marvel, and as they cash this check, they know that they're giving up their rights to this specific character that they're working for. So anything that they create belongs to Marvel. Granted, they get credit for it because they are the creators of it, the individual people, but they're under the umbrella of Marvel. Therefore, it belongs to Marvel. They did this with I think who was it? It was with
I think it's Superman. Yes,
yeah,
Superman.
He did the Superman, and the court sided with Superman. I mean, DC. They sided with DC, and I think also they did this again with was it Iron Man? I think the estate did this again with Iron Man with Marvel, and the judges, the federal judges sided with Marvel. So this is going to come up again. This is all about money. That's what it basically boils down to. It's about money. So they want to make sure that they hold the rights to it so they can get the biggest chunk of the pie. So that's what it's becoming now. So when it comes down to us not having our characters anymore, worrying about things not being created anymore, sorry, this is not that time. Marvel owns it, and Disney owns Marvel, so it's not going nowhere.
Well, and the thing is too, and one thing a lot of people are not thinking about, this lawsuit just does not affect not just Disney and Marvel. This also affects potentially Fox. This potentially affects Sony. And then again, an even weird thing, this affects Universal.
Yep.
Because Universal has the specific contract for Islands of Adventure for Marvel Land. And that was a specific contract which, at the time when Marvel was going bankrupt in the 90s, Marvel sold the film rights off to Spider-Man. Then they sold rights off for, the theme park. And part of that caveat was, in case they ever sold more rights to Disney, is that they essentially created a buffer zone where certain core characters of Marvel, they're at Islands of Adventure. So per contract, Disney, they can't put any of those core characters in any park east of the Mississippi. And if you'll also notice specifically in Florida, per that contract, you can't see any specific Marvel branding. Like you go to Avengers Campus in Florida and California, that's different because they have the authority to do that. But you go to Florida, you're not gonna see, like, you can see a T-shirt that says Marvel, but per contract you can't see a sign, like Main Street USA that says Marvel. You go to the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster that's being built at Epcot right now. They can't put a specific Marvel logo. They can put something like Guardians of the Galaxy by Marvel, but they can't have any specific brand only marketing because of that contract.
Basically, like the credits with Venom is like associated with Marvel Studios.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I get it. So you guys think that what is it a possibility that right after Multiverse of Madness, we probably won't get a Marvel film after that? What's going on?
No, ultimately, like Local Lou was saying, the Marvel lawsuit that the creators, like Local Lou was saying, I don't think it has legal teeth because it is not the actual creators who are suing for their IP back.
It's the estates.
It's the estate. So under that, the estate was not the legal producer of these rights. And like Local Lou was saying, when they were working for Marvel, they were creating IP for a paycheck. And like Local Lou was saying, you cash that paycheck, even though you created it and you're getting the credit for creating it, it is still at that point the intellectual property of Marvel because that is what they were essentially being paid for.
Yeah. But here's the thing with the estate and the relatives of the creators. They do have standing as if they were the people. They do. But it still goes under to like, oh, you cash these checks, you did it for us. It's an unwritten rule that was back then, but Marvel, thought ahead and put it in the checks. So that way, every time they got paid, they knew they were paying for their work, but they didn't have control of it. They couldn't get control of it because they were working under the umbrella of Marvel. If they wanted to go independent, they could have done that from the beginning, but they can't because they did it under Marvel and they knew what they were doing. So
exactly. Now, then just to caveat though, Disney is also in a lawsuit with the original scriptwriters of Predator. Now, there is a difference though with that because not only are they still alive, when they originally wrote the script for it, they did not write the script under contract for a production company. They wrote the script and they put it out to bid, and then Fox grabbed it and then they signed a contract with Fox. They didn't work for Fox. There's a big distinction. And so then when Fox was sold and then Disney bought it. So what they're basically saying is that this is not the original contract we licensed our script out to. So, but the thing is, Disney's already won the first round of that lawsuit, but it's not over by a long shot. The first win just allowed Disney to finish filming Predator 5.
Yeah, and all it is because they filed it under the wrong pretenses of the court system. They didn't have their stuff in line. And even though they were to have it in line, Disney will still hold on to it tooth and nail until they couldn't no more. And the judge says, no, it belongs to them. Now, they do have more of a chance because it's a studio versus it being created under the umbrella of Marvel. It was created in the studio Fox, but they technically still have it. It's a different type of situation, but still follows the same guidelines. But like I said before, they weren't like, oh yeah, this says I work for so-and-so and under this I give it up. No, they don't have the same rules and pretenses as Marvel.
Exactly, because it was a script. Like when you write a script, you're not, if you're a script writer, you're pretty much independent, and then you write a script and you'll put it out to bid. And then at that point, you'll sign a contract. Now, that contract puts you under exclusive employment for that specific property. And again, like Predator 2. Okay, we want Predator 2. So we're going to pay you X amount of money to write the script. But they're not being paid to write it specifically for Fox at the time. But I mean, with the sequel, there is still a little bit of element. You're working under the company, but it was a specific contract, not a general employment term. So, yeah. I mean, fortunately, we're getting into like the legal mumbo jumbo, but basically the distinction is when Predator, the script was written, it was done as two independent gentlemen putting their script out to bid. But when, for Marvel Comics, it was gentlemen who were paid under the umbrella of Marvel Corporation. They produced an item, they got credit for it, but once they cashed that check, like Local Lou's saying, that IP now becomes the property of Marvel. Mm-hmm. But the caveat being is, potentially any creator could get a royalty. Now, potentially, I think that's what this estate might be going for, is that they might want royalties. And so basically, it's almost like a copyright strike. You have certain copyright attorneys who go do nothing just to look for settlements. This might just be a settlement case, that they want royalties, or they just want some sort of settlement to shut up. And like other people are saying, like they want a shut up contract or a shut up payment.
Yeah, that's basically what it's going to come down to, because the last court case they had with Marvel, the judge gave it to Marvel automatically because, you have to have full knowledge of doing it. The estate can't fight something that's willing to do. The mouse owns your soul.
Like I said, work for the mouse or they're going to take your house.
Hold on.
I got your soul. Your soul is mine, huh?
Oh, you know what? Like Shang Tsung, your soul is mine, but Disney, your soul is mine.
Yeah, that's like there. Yeah, your soul is mine. Huh?
See that wicked
Was that
face? I got.
Was that Fantasia or Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom
Hearts, baby. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Kingdom Hearts. This right here is the key to every single house he owns, and he owns yours too, Marvel. He owns you. He owns you.
Oh man, that's messed up.
I'll just say this: imagine being a company like, because Hasbro, Disney has been trying to get Hasbro for years, because Disney has a lot of the toys that just have Disney branding in the parks. That's made by Hasbro, because there's also a partnership deal. But imagine, like, Hasbro is strong enough to say, no, we're good. We don't need your money. We don't need to be bought by you. So imagine, like, there are only a few companies that could stand up to Disney and say no. And I think Hasbro is one of them.
Yeah, Hasbro and Diamond Select. Because Diamond Select, they get a couple of signature figures that are store exclusives, but Diamond Select is their own stuff. Like Hasbro.
Exactly. I mean, well, we got to remember, though, some of the biggest IPs or potential IPs are owned by Hasbro. Transformers, G.I. Joe, like My Little Pony. And that's one of the things is Disney, I think, in addition, they get Hasbro not only to get the IP, they get an in-house manufacturing element. but then again, at that point, does it almost go into like Monopoly?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think best for even stockholders, it's like Hasbro should stand. Like for me, I'm like Hasbro, do not merge for Disney, do not sell, you know, because one of the lowest selling lines, or has been for a few years, was the Hasbro Black Series, especially with the sequel trilogy. You know, and that's not Hasbro making that. That's Disney under, you know, their exclusive branding partnership contract, saying we need you to do this, and then Hasbro's like, but these figures suck, we don't want to, but they have to under contract.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, though, Disney just renewed the Hasbro contract.
Yep.
Because who was it? Mattel was trying to get in on that.
Hey, quick thing. Negan asked this question to Don a while back. I want to bring that up.
Okay. All right, and again, if anyone was watching Man of Hot Collectibles last night, they said pretty much the same thing. Mm-hmm. When you look at it, you know, oh, you sell $600 on this platform. Yeah, if you don't think about it for a second, it looks, you know, quote unquote scary. But here's the thing you do. And again, this is going to reinforce the further therapy vid number 1. We're going to talk about insurance, keeping all your receipts. All right, so starting 2022, you buy a figure. Guess what? You save the receipt that shows what you pay for it. You have an emergency. You have to sell it. Guess what? And you took $1 loss on it. Guess what? You sold it for less than what you bought it, so that offsets any tax that would be due. And again, you have to realize, when you keep the receipts, you're not paying tax on what you sold it for. You would potentially pay tax on what the profit was. So if you bought it for $300, you go around and you sold it on eBay for $360, it's showing as a $60 profit. However, at that point you also get, well, I had to pay these fees, then I had to pay shipping. So if it's a situation where you're actually, you know, break even or you lose money, again, then that offsets. So being collectors going further down the line, especially 2022, you're going to have to keep every single receipt. You're going to have to log everything. And you're going to have to...
That's if the tax... that tax...
thing doesn't get changed.
It goes through. That's if that bill goes through. If that bill goes through...
No. It's well, the thing is, it's already in law. It's not a part of the current stuff that's going to be... It's set to go into law. It's already in the books from the stuff in like April and earlier in the year, in March.
Oh,
it's active soon.
Oh,
yeah, it turns on January 1st, 2022. It's not being debated. It's already signed into law to start. Yeah, no. They're not debating it right now. It's signed into law to start at the beginning of 2022.
So pretty much execute Order 66. We're screwed now.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, again, if you haven't seen it, watch therapy vid number 1. We're talking about insurance, where we talk about basically creating a spreadsheet where, you know, you have the value, what you paid for it, what its market value. Again, I hate to say it, but some of us are going to have to become de facto, you know, financial investigators and auditors, because we're going to have to basically ensure we're not getting screwed, and we're going to have to show every dollar. You know, you sell, you know, $1,800 worth of stuff, but if that cost you $2,000, you're not going to pay tax on that. You're not going to pay tax on your loss. In fact, you can use that loss and counteract your normal taxes. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay, before we hit up the super chat, Eric is like, that was a bad move by the U.S. government. Hopefully this will change in the near future.
I'm not getting into politics, but this current administration, hell no.
Not laughing at you, Eric. I'm just
no. It's
the
situation.
The near future, that's not going to happen, Eric. That's not going to happen. No, near future, no. Near future is like 10-year plus.
Again, not getting into politics. Again, this is from the same administration that put this done. They want to have the ability to do a full financial audit from your banks. They want full digital access to every online transaction you make and run it through an audit processing system. Again, I'm not being this way, that way. You can go online and you can review it from any site. They literally want to have Big Brother automatically checking all your bank accounts at all times, anytime for an online transaction. And basically then they want to look at your bank account to see, are you living above your means. And again, I'm not being conspiracy. Go look at it for yourself. That's exactly what they want to do right now.
No theories, facts. No theories, just facts.
Hey, H Green. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so let's go back to the super chat real quick. All right. Any thoughts on the release of Pennywise? Who's buying Lando? Right here. Right here,
Right here.
Lando. That's my boy. That's my boy. You out of your damn
I gotta
mind.
get see,
Ask that
and I
question.
also gotta get him a Colt 45.
Yeah, 1/6 scale Colt 45. You damn
Exactly.
straight. You damn freaking straight. Shoot, that's my boy.
I'm on the fence because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to display the stuff that I'm getting, because things in my collection are going to be mainly Marvel, but for Star Wars, I'm collecting specific moments that matter.
All right, give me a second, guys.
So, don't go. Oh,
where you going? I was explaining something. Let me stop.
that man. Okay, go. Keep going. Keep going.
So basically, in my collection, I want those key moments. Like I said, yesterday's stream, I want that Luke entering the hallway scene, or holding Grogu, or even Mando holding Grogu with his helmet off. You know what I mean? With the Andrew Pascal head sculpt. Even backtracking and getting the deluxe Mando and OG Mando, just so I could get the proper pram for Grogu to go with the OG Mando and have that first interaction scene with the silhouette and recreate that in the cabinet. So, like, those specific moments is what I want to have in my collection. And another one is, like, if I could get my hands on Luke with the, hanging off. If I could get my hands on that and get me
there's supposed to be a Bespin Han. I got Bespin Han in my mind. Bespin Luke reissue coming out, or the newest one. But the thing is, it's not a DX, not the reissue of the DX. So that one's gonna be, still a sought after piece. But there's a Bespin Luke coming out eventually. So I don't even know there's a Bespin Luke coming out. There's a saved number for Bespin Luke, but we haven't seen them yet. So.
I guarantee you, if it is a reissue, a lot of people are going to be very salty. They're going to be very caliente with Hot Toys, because
caliente loco.
Oh yeah, if they're going to bring out Grail pieces from the grave, you know how many people are going to sell theirs and then get the new one?
Almost everybody and their mother. Everybody.
It's going to be well, we're already in the toy apocalypse, but it's going to be the Grail apocalypse.
The Grail apocalypse. That's the next one.
Grail apocalypse. Where
that's
you get
that's
Grail to get the new Grail, because the new Grail is the new hotness.
No. The Grail apocalypse is a sequel to Toy Apocalypse.
Basically, where people don't even have a collection of collection. They have just Grails. They don't have a cohesive.
Well, at that point, it won't be Grails though. If you got an army of Grails that everybody has already, would it be a Grail at this point? If everybody has a Grail?
That's another thing.
Okay, so we're still gonna get back to Pennywise. Give me a second. Star Child hit me up again. Man, how am I going to go to sleep after 12 hours shift when Nate and the boys have a live stream happening? Oh, I gotta support my boys. Wepa!
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you coming
you
in.
10 wepas for that.
10 wepas, man. 10 wepas.
Yeah,
man.
But for the Pennywise release, they didn't say it was pushed back or anything.
Yeah, the thing is here. Let me show you real quick. It's still slated on Sideshow. Now remember, Sideshow. We don't really follow the word on Sideshow, but there was no pushbacks as of yet. Right now, with that release expected ship. Now, I think this was delayed. I think it was supposed to come out in February, and they pushed it back to October 21st, 2021. So, if this is the case, then Pennywise might be coming out, next week or so. When October starts rolling in. But the thing is, I think what's going to happen is, because you already know the fact that, unfortunately, Captain Rex might not be released in September. So we still got about a week and a half till the end of September, right? So the beginning of October is probably going to be the release of Captain Rex, and then we'll see Ahsoka and Captain Marvel during the September release. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing right now with what's going on with the Bothan Spies. September release for Captain Marvel, EG, and then Ahsoka, and then we'll get Captain Rex or something in between that. Maybe Harley Quinn and then Rex. It's going to be weird. It's going to be very weird with releases because we're not sure what's gonna come out next. We'll only get the word the night before. Like when Monica drops those reports on Cisco Survival Guide. You guys want to join Cisco Survival Guide? Join us because pretty much Monica will be dropping those reports immediately when she gets the word on the next figure.
I believe that we're going to get Captain Rex before we get Pennywise. And here's why. You see that window, October to December? That's a long gap. That's a long gap. That's not September, October.
But the thing is, Captain Rex has the same thing, though. Captain Rex has the same thing.
Yes, but it's far easier to create Rex than it is Pennywise. Pennywise, his tailoring is so different. And I think that's why he's been pushed back. If you see his outfit is so crazy. It's crazy. You're making basically a court gesture, right? But you're making it look authentic. So that means the lace.
It's layered. It's actually layered.
Yeah, it's layered. So that takes time. It's not, oh, let's put on a Speedo and then throw on some fat suits on and then throw on a onesie and then put the armor on. That's easy. But Pennywise is going to take time, especially if they're going to get it right. Because if we get another Tony Stank situation with a Pennywise, the people who are invested in that are going to just tear them up.
You were right on the Hydra Stomper incident with the power pose. Like you literally called it out when you saw the pictures. I didn't believe it. I was like, nah, man, I want the fully articulation. But you were like, nah, man, look at the legs. Look at them legs. That's power pose.
I was half right because half the torso is fixed, with the exception of the legs. I think the legs you could adjust slightly. The upper torso does twist from what I saw in some of the images, and then the arms is like Iron Man arms. The only thing is that you don't get a full bend. You get a semi-bend, more or less 90 degrees, maybe a little bit off to I want to say 87 degrees because it's not full bend. And then you got the articulated fingers, and it still has the ball socket method, just like the Hulkbuster and the other Iron Man figures. So you're getting the articulation, but it's not as drastic as Igor or Hulkbuster or any of the other Iron Mans. But it's still going to be a standout figure. You see that, you're going to be like, damn, that's a beautiful tank.
Luke crushed so many hearts in the Stomper. You crushed my heart, man.
I was crushed looking at it. I call it when I see it. I'm sorry. I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. You know?
Damn, man. Oh, man. Yo. So, Don, how you feel about Pennywise getting released? Is it possible that we get the Pennywise before?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, the way that Pennywise looks, again, after, seeing the movies, I mean, it's cool. And again, it's Pennywise. He's known as the clown. And I understand that, but if I was going to grab Pennywise, I would pay extra, I want the Spider version. Because that, to me, is Pennywise. This is just a manifestation of a bad dream, whereas the actual Spider, and I'm almost thinking, like, imagine, like, Spider-Mall, but Spider Pennywise. Granted, one's been organic, the other, an organic Spider Alien, the other's, robot legs. But, yeah, it would be a massive piece. But if that would be Hot Toys laying down the gauntlet, say, see this, beat that. Because that could have.
I'll say this though, I would have picked this up. Like I was considering picking this up, if they had given us the Deadlight head sculpt. If they had given us the Deadlight head sculpt, then I would have picked this up.
What does this come with specifically? Because I don't know. I'm not into horror, like that. So,
I'll just say, it would have been cool though, just as like maybe a throwaway piece. They included a little turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been dope. Yeah.
So you get the music box with Pennywise doll popping off. You get the dead arm there that he's chomping on. I think it's a skateboard. That's a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get a lot of accessories with this, and then you get 2 head sculpts. I think. Yeah, I think you get 2. Yeah, you get the chompy, and you get the regular smile, his regular sinister smile. But I'm just saying, I would have preferred the Deadlight head sculpt.
Yeah. All right. Check this out. Look at the where it's highlighting. It's highlighting the ruffles on the pants and the shoes, and it's is showing the tailoring of the suit. So maybe they're having issues with the suit to make it look like what they show here, because this doesn't look like it's a full on, like production model. This is just a sample. So imagine the tailoring it is to get like hundreds of people to do their job to get this like perfect. Because even the Mezco 112 scale version, it's not perfect, but it's close enough for a small figure. And this is light years in quality. Light years. So imagine how long it's going to take just to get the ruffles right, to sit right, and the wrinkles on the sleeves. It's just going to be very tedious. So they want to make sure that this is perfect when they let it out. So I think this is going to be a little bit more towards Christmas.
Christmas.
I'm thinking more towards.
That's
well. You got to think like Luca Lou was saying though. How can you think of another? Sorry, can you think of another uniform or mixed media that this is potentially this involved for the costume? Yeah, because I mean, this might be the most labor of love or intensive like actual costume with soft goods they've ever done.
Yeah, this could be another Darth Side Anakin waiting to happen. Like the way the detail on the head sculpt, the way now I know people are like Darth Side Anakin, you out of your damn mind. No, Darth Side Anakin for the horror fans. The horror fans. Okay, the horror fans just love this niche community that love this figure. They're picking this up. Like Maz. He wants this figure. This is the most anticipated figure for him. Oh yeah, like Jack Sparrow. Let me see. He looks like a labor of love. Like another Jack Sparrow. That's better. Another Jack Sparrow situation where that labor of love coming in with the figure. Now Big Dog Pound 1 is asking, would you cop Pennywise to flip in the aftermarket? Like, are you saying that if is it possible that that Pennywise would flip in the aftermarket? Is that what you're trying to say? If that's what you're trying to say or ask, then yeah, most likely this will flip in the aftermarket because it is such a niche figure, and I don't think a lot of people have pre-ordered this. Like the pre-orders weren't that great for this either. So
yeah, I mean, again, it is very niche. You can like the movie, but there's a difference between, getting an Iron Man figure, getting a Captain America figure, and then getting Pennywise because of what it represents. Now, again, like Maz, this would fit perfectly in, just imagine Pennywise on the stairs he was building. Would that not make epic shots? But again, it's to get Pennywise, you either have to love the movie or you already have to have that horror line going. Because, again, as a one-off, it would be great, but I mean, how do you put one Pennywise in a collection full of like Captain Marvels and Reys and Anakins?
Well, here's my thought. This is a labor of love from Hot Toys in the same guides as any of the Iron Mans, including the Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster and Iron Man being engineering, right? This specifically being tailoring. So if you're thinking of it in an artistry fashion where this is going to be low production numbers and it looks amazing and it's 1-to-1 accurate to the movie, kind of like Jack Sparrow, kind of like what's another one that it was low on price, a lot of people got it afterwards, the Mandarin, yeah. So labor of love, those figures get love, but they get love when they're at low price and then they shoot straight up. You get what I'm saying? So
hey, Trevor, you could get them for $80. Now you can't find them for less than $325.
There you go. So I say, for me personally, it depends if I have it, that I'm going to actually get it in my collection just to hold it for a rainy day. But I usually don't. Unless I know for sure that this is a Rolls Royce, like a Hulkbuster. You hold a Hulkbuster for 10 years, that's money.
Yeah, the Hulkbuster was going for a couple grand. I think $3,000-$4,000 at one point.
Because, I mean, broken ones were going for $2,200-$2,300.
Yeah. So yeah, until the the reissue, which was a smart move for Hot Toys because people wanted the Hulkbuster. People were hell like that's when I think collectors started realizing that the game is over. The Grail game is over. Like there were collectors out there that were feeling like it's just that one reissue. What else can happen? And then another one, and then the Mark 47, and then another one. Hell, I saw people purchasing the Mark 47 for $1,500 the night before the actual pre-order release of the reissue.
See, for that, I'll buy me a Hulkbuster with all that money.
Exactly, and the thing is, the pre-order, during that time, the Hulkbuster was on pre-order. You could have bought a freaking Hulkbuster for $1,500. No, not no. You could have bought the Hulkbuster and the Mark 43 with $1,500
and the accessory pack
and the accessory. Oh damn, yeah. I'm like, damn, $1,500 on the Mark 47, and then watch your heart. Crushed when you saw the pre-order for $400, or no, not even $350. I think it's $350 for the Mark.
$350.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So when it comes to Pennywise, it's all about does it fit in your collection, or do you have a specific attachment to it? But if you're trying to do the Grail game and hustle figures, a lot of people who are into toys will tell you that toys is not a get rich quick business move. You know what I mean? This is more of, do you have a passion for it? Is it worth your time and money? Because remember, you're spending time busting your butt at work to pay for these figures, paying taxes on them to have them in your possession. And then to take your time to go and try to flip them, if anyone really wants it. And that's if Pennywise becomes another namesake like Jason and Freddy, which, a lot of people won't, gravitate to. That's why Hot Toys don't do them.
I see that possibly happening because Pennywise is going to be so limited. Pennywise is going to be such a limited figure with the pre-orders. Not many pre-orders on this. Not many. I wouldn't doubt that thing will sell out quickly over an HK.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. They make so many Iron Men, and then you get the Mark 47. And then the weird thing is you have much more people who would want the Mark 47. So the quote-unquote captive audience is much larger. Now you have a situation with Pennywise. Again, granted, they're probably going to make a heck of a lot less Pennywise than they do in Iron Man. But then in that same situation, you have people looking for Pennywise. That group of people is going to be so much lower. So, and again, it could do one of two things. It could artificially decrease the price of the Grail. But also on the back end, though, it could also artificially increase. Because, again, you still only have a small community. But within that small community, if there's only a limited number of figures, and if to those niche people, they have to have it. So that, again, is going to increase the price. So it's going to be high within one community, but it's going to be retail or below retail to another community.
This is going to do exactly what Venom did. People was like, oh, I don't want the Venom. Oh, I think this is trash. Oh yeah. It's like the Venom pool. I don't want it. It looks like it's going to be a cheap figure. People get in the hand, do a review. You can't find them in HK. Can't find them in any of the stores. You have to wait for batch 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the tailoring what people want. If people are hopping on to what other people say, they're just following, the hype. But it depends on you. Me personally, as a person who loves art, from dance, graffiti, music, and toys, because toys is an art. Toys is an art. I would personally get this piece and put this in a separate case by itself and work with it on its own. But that's the thing. It's a single piece. This is like Beetlejuice, a single piece. Jack Sparrow, single piece. This is just a single one-off. So gotta think of it.
Oh, Lake Studio, what's up, man? How you been?
What's going on, man?
Hey.
Just another morning, just talking about figures. Another thing I wanted to bring up. Okay, so locally, I wanted to get your thoughts on the situation with Captain Rex.
Okay.
The situation, actually, with Alita. Wait, someone just said a comment here. They start out like Alita. Here's the thing with Alita. I've seen Alita going down in price recently. Like the hype is dying down with her as a Grail piece now. Like she's been going down. I've seen her like for 300 on Facebook. It'd be different on eBay or something, but on Facebook, like I don't really hunt figures on eBay unless unless I see something like out of your mind. Like if I almost got the bow damage complete, the bow damage DX13. You know the Terminator. I have it here right now, but it's loose. But I almost got the complete version for 350, and that was a bid war. But the thing is, I was at work, and that thing got crazy. I was the last bidder, and then when I left and I came back,
seconds,
it was gone. If someone sold it for 350, I got sniped. I got sniped. I was this close to getting it, but it doesn't matter because I got the DX13 here at loose for 150. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. With 150, I just needed just one head sculpt and the down damage look to it. So, with Alita, check out my Alita. Alita's been going down in price. So if you guys missed out on Alita, she's been going down. So.
I like the movie, but not enough to purchase the figure. And I know the figure looks amazing. The figure is amazing without putting the pants on. But it's not for me. That's for those who are really into it and enjoy the piece, enjoy the movie in that fashion, like I do with Deadpool or with Spiderman.
Now let me ask you a question though. Is it just the way she's presented? Now, if she was in one of her different armor setups, would that potentially, like when she's in the first one with all the, in the daughter suit, and then she's in the advanced suit, and then all at the very end where she's in her, the rollerball suit.
Rollerball suit, yeah. See, it's not so much of her suits. It's more as an individual. It doesn't gravitate to me. I thought it was an awesome movie. Think of it like a Blade Runner figure. I will not get a Blade Runner figure. Even if the head sculpts are amazing, I will not get a Blade Runner figure. I like the movie, but I don't love it like I love Star Wars or Marvel. I don't gravitate to it. It doesn't have that connection for me. It's not for me. So a lot of people are following the hype, stuck on the hype, and like, I don't like you. You get
after buying it up, like the fear of missing out. There you go, the fear of missing out.
Hey, you know what? I mean, this is really weird. We didn't plan it, but this is a perfect segue for therapy number 2, which will be premiering after this stream. Basically dealing with burnout, and go over every type of burnout. You order a figure, and then you're burned out because you get it, and it's not what you expect. And that's kind of what Local Lou's getting. You watch the movie, you think it's great. You order this, and then it's an okay figure, but it just does not tick those boxes for you. You were expecting one thing, but you got something totally else. This
is true. You know what? This is a segue to another good example. You know how many collectors I saw posting when Captain Rex went up for pre-order? They were like, "Oh hell, Captain Rex going up for pre-order? I'm gonna cancel my Cody. I have more connection with Captain Rex." They canceled their Codys just to get Rex. They moved everything over to Rex because they felt they had more of a connection with Captain Rex than Cody. But the thing is, Cody right now is it's a resale king right now, going for like 400, 450 right now, because it's a sought after piece. It's a trooper. It's a clone trooper. Tomorrow Morris is one of the best head sculpts out there right now, rivaling that of Yondu. And I think that's one of the reasons why Captain Rex got hit with the delays, just to get that head sculpt right. With Tomorrow Morris. I know they already got it right with Tomorrow Morris and Cody, but they were doing something else with it with Rex, and I think that's what they were trying to do. But
as I stared looking at my Rex and my 2/12 display. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, if you love the clones and stuff, it's like you need both Rex and Cody. Those are the two essential clones for Star Wars. At least in the modern area, prior to like Fordo and the animated series. But it literally, when you talk about a clone, to anybody who even has a basic idea of the clone troopers for Star Wars, they're either going to reference Rex or Cody. Because again, Cody, he essentially, was the one that initiated or started Order 66. And then Rex has such a following, from the Clone Wars, Rebels. I mean, again, it's almost like Ahsoka. You kind of grew up with Rex as well.
Yep. See, what I'm going to say is this, because I'm seasoned, but I'm not a veteran when it comes to 1/6 scale collectibles. But when it comes to Mezcos and other figure lines, Oh yes, some of them I can't even get my hands on because I collect so many different things and things come in at the same time, and then I get overwhelmed. You get fatigued. Now you have to make a commitment. Some people stop altogether and stick to one line, and they only dedicate themselves to one line, and they get everything in that one line. Some people are like me. They buy a little bit here and there, and when they try to stick to a collection, they can't catch up because everything's coming at the same time. So they have to cherry pick which are their favorites and have it in their collection. This is why I only collect Spider-Man and Deadpool from Hot Toys right now. But I am going to branch off and collect moments from Star Wars. So
exotic laying the facts again.
Streetwalker. Yeah. So basically I got to for that it has sentimental value to me, and I'm not just being a hoarder, because that's what we're falling victim to. We're falling victim into being a hoarder and collecting pre-orders and not enjoying the hunt or the chase. Because when we were collecting as kids, growing up into adults, it was like chasing a woman. It was just like chasing a woman. The only difference is that when you coughed up, she put out.
Oh yeah, you talking about old days?
Yeah, I'm talking old days, but I keep that tradition of hunting because I don't need everything. I want everything. If I could flip everything an emergency rainy day, I would, and take care of business, take care of family, do what I got to do. Because at the end of the day, this is a hobby. Does the hobby pay the bills? It can pay a bill, but it won't pay your bills forever because you're going to run out of stock. Gotta have that.
All right, give me a second. Negus asked me a question. Nate, did you say the other day that most of the remaining 501st was on the Death Star when it was destroyed? Yes, the first Death Star. The first Death Star, most of the 501st were blown up with Tarkin. It's unfortunate, but yeah. But there were still the 501st scattered across the galaxy that were originally the clone troopers. There's still the remaining 501st that were stormtroopers that weren't clone troopers. You know, they you know, obviously they rebuilt, but the majority of the clone troopers that were part of 501st during the Empire days were blown up with the Death Star. So if you guys are asking if Cody was part of that, Cody ended up in the original lore, Cody ended up in what's that planet? Camino. He ended up in Camino training the new stormtroopers. I don't know if the new lore they're going to change that up to where Cody ends up doing something else. Maybe he becomes a part of the program where he becomes the template of the Death Troopers program, which they did. That's how they created the Death Trooper / Dark Troopers. They used prior clone knowledge, like brain matter, brain knowledge, from from their experiences, and created the Dark Trooper / Death Trooper program. So Cody could be the template of what happened, template of the Death Trooper / Dark Troopers.
Yeah, Phase Zero.
Phase Zero, yeah.
I mean, well, or I mean, essentially, if you really want to think about it, Cody could be the nexus for both the Dark Trooper and the Death Trooper.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Dark Trooper Phase Zero was a cybernetically enhanced clone. And then Death Troopers, they're enhanced soldiers. We don't know who they are, but they are surgically enhanced. So, I mean, it makes sense that you would have the one clone be the nexus for both programs, because they both essentially started with a highly cybernetically augmented clone. So.
All right, give me a second. I got another message here. Let me see. What was this? Sideshow sent me these out. Local shops should be next. Okay, so I have another rumor. Now, this is another Bothan Spy that the Indian Sith, pretty much. Newly Bothan Spy. He sent me the other day some orders that were pretty much from Sideshow getting shipped out to. They're being slaved to get shipped out to local stores in the near future, and he sent me a picture of what's to come. So we got the Tank Trooper the Tank Trooper. You guys remember the Tank Trooper from Rogue One?
Mm-hmm.
That might be
Absolutely.
slated for early release. Because because local stores now from local stores that are running with with Sideshow, Sideshow they you know what they do. They're the main distributor of Hot Toys here in the United States, and they get distributed to local stores that they make the purchases. And kind of like Moz, Moz was explaining, they get their Hot Toys from Sideshow pretty much, or Hot Toy figurines, because we gotta include cos babies as well. So let me see. So what do we have here? Okay, so yeah, let me go over here. So Tank Trooper, that's one of them. Andy and Sith, he sent me his log of figures. So if it's April 2022 for release for this can be another Venom, where they could just move this over for early release.
Yep, possible. That's a strong possibility. Remember, it's just a dude in the armor. It's just a dude in the armor. And Venom's a completely new figure. And they're trying to get on the hype with the film. So that's their strategy for Venom. But for Troopers, they could drop it whenever they want. Early or late.
Definitely.
Yep. And the thing is about this figure is that there's no head sculpt. So this is the product of perfection right now for Hot Toys to drop early. They don't have to worry about licensing or head sculpt. They can just put this out early if they wanted to. If local stores are already getting their word out, getting their shipping notifications that Tank Commander might be getting released, what else does Hot Toys have in the pipelines to get released?
Well, if they're doing the Tank Commander, then it almost seems like Transport Trooper would be right after it, because it's the same helmet, and the only difference is it's the Mud Trooper armor versus this armor.
Paint. That's about it.
Yeah, in the paint, but essentially it's the same helmet between the Tank Commander and then the the Assault Trooper or whatever they're calling it from Mando. It's easy. Again, they already had the armor from the Mud Trooper, which I do think will from that Sea of Veers. But yeah, it's simple though. I mean, very basic changes, but just like with the Shore Troopers, basic changes, but 2 molds potentially can lead to 4 figures.
Yep.
Yeah, even the Shore Trooper, the Shore Trooper squad leader,
yep.
That is also slated for early release talks. There was rumors going around about that as well. That was early. I had that talked about in the last stream on Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Wednesday. I can't forget. I keep forgetting.
I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Wednesday, right? Yeah, we talked about it Wednesday.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is more than possible, and we know this. It's just, are you ready to commit? Remember, like I said, it's like a lady. Are you willing to commit? You willing to cash out so she could put out? You get what I'm saying? So depending on what your heart's into. I know the rule when it comes to Star Wars. If you're gonna go for your Trooper collection, you have to get at least one for every collection. And I get it. It's like samurai armor. You want every version of that armor. I completely understand it.
Yes.
Let me see. Don, my question with the Tank Commander is, why would he be out of the tank?
Do you want a Star Wars answer or a potential real-world military answer?
Real-world military. You know. Come on.
Sometimes your vehicle breaks down, and you essentially need to create a perimeter in using your vehicles as that perimeter line. Again, if anyone has seen Fury, again for a tank, you could get what's called a mobility kill, where you do not have the ability to move it, but the main gun is working. There's other times, the main gun's not working, and all you can literally do is use your vehicle as,
Shield.
a perimeter or a blocking element, or to hide, and take cover behind. I mean, other than that, why not? Why is it, for easy? The commander needs to get out of the tank to go look at the tank, to do repairs or do something to it. So there's real world and Star Wars answers for you. So
yeah. I know the Star Wars answer. Since they can't shoot for shit, they can't.
well, is this technically a stormtrooper or is it different?
Same
So.
difference.
Okay.
Wait. Now you're gonna make my boy, my boy, what's his name? Mayfield, man. I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass. What you think this is? Carajo, cabrón, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, I have to stir the pot a little bit. I'm a little.
Oh man, I love that line though. I love Mayfield coming out, calling out Mando. He was like, "I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass." I love that moment, man. I really do. I really do. That shows, how much, definitely.
But here's the thing, though. Considering how good of a sniper he was, he's like, "Yeah, I wasn't a stormtrooper, dumbass. Yeah, I was a scout trooper."
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, because you got to remember, scouts did not consider themselves stormtroopers, even though they were in the stormtrooper corps. And again, if anyone has read any of the novels, like there would be in the Imperial facilities, there would be fights between the stormtroopers and the scouts, because the scouts are survivalists. They're literally the preppers of the Star Wars universe, and they also happen to be some of the best shots in the entire galaxy. Specifically the scout snipers and the shadow scouts with the scout armor in all black.
Just that don't miss.
Exactly.
Okay. So, Razo is asking, "Hey guys, did y'all talk about Ahsoka already?" Yes, we did, and pretty much Ahsoka seems to be, seems to be the only one that has not been, questioned about her release.
Which Ahsoka? Young Ahsoka or Mando Ahsoka?
Clone Wars Ahsoka, young Ahsoka.
Okay.
Now here's the thing: the original Bothan Spy report about Ahsoka from Monica was that there was an early release for Ahsoka Clone Wars. Okay, the early release for Ahsoka Clone Wars. That means if it means early release, that means instead of October, we get her in September. But then a few days ago, we got shipping notifications for Marvel EG, Marvel Captain Marvel EndGame game release. If that's the case, then EG, Captain Marvel, and Ahsoka are looking to get released at the end of September. And then that means that EG, Captain Marvel kicked Rex, checkmated Rex out of September release and have Captain Rex come out in the first week of October or second week, depending when they want to drop that figure. And then we got the Harley Quinn of Arkham line getting released as well in October. So at this point, I don't know when is Rex going to come out. A lot of people are saying he is going to get released soon. So I'm hoping he doesn't get checkmated again. I'm hoping he gets released right after Ahsoka. Because the longer we wait for Captain Rex to get a release, the longer it is going to take to get him. He had his happy ass over to the States because of all the shipping issues. So he might be another endgame cap waiting to happen. Because if we get him in October, we won't see him till January. Possibly. I'm hoping we get him in December. I'm hoping the States will get him in December.
Question: how many figures are having the endgame cap situation? How many figures thus far?
IG-11, endgame cap, endgame Thanos battle damage. I haven't gotten mines yet. He's singing forever. He's already paid off.
But has he gotten in stock in significant numbers, or is it like a micro batch situation where they can't get
maybe a micro batch?
Okay.
What about Thor?
Thor hasn't been released yet either.
Thor, who else is slated?
Well, you have Loki. You have 2012 Cap.
Loki, 2012 Cap.
I'm trying to think.
Any Star Wars? Darth Maul.
No Star Wars. Well,
Not that I can think of.
Iron Pages just got released, so we don't count him.
He don't count.
We don't count him. He just got released, so it'll take a minute for him to get over here, get his heavy ass over here. Yeah.
So
Battle Damage Iron Man, we already know is going to be a while.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet. Battle Damage Iron Man has not been released yet, so he doesn't count.
Rescue.
Oh, damn, the guards. Yeah, the guards. Yeah, some people are not getting the guards yet. Yeah.
Guards.
Yeah. Wow.
What else, guys? I know you guys in the chat know. Because If y'all watching us, you know that I don't know a lot about Star Wars as far as pre-orders go, but help me out. What else we're missing? Because so far
Oh,
we're
the
down here.
501st, the regular version, the
Regular
regular 501st.
Yeah, but
Regular.
again, apparently they haven't even shipped the regular version out yet.
Yeah, because there were so many pre-orders in the deluxe, they just shipped those out downright.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you can count that because if Hot Toys hasn't shipped a figure out, I don't know you can start counting until they've actually, the boat set sail.
Yeah, because I'm saying what's sitting at the dock, what's already been shipped out and is supposed to be given to us.
Everybody and their mother is sitting in the docks, bro. All of them are sitting in the docks. All of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if we have this many thus far that we're knowledgeable about, we have this that we're speaking about now, and all the other ones we didn't mention that's sitting in the this is going to happen. I did run out of fingers. My wife took the rest of them.
Are you sure it was that fingers or your wallet? Like Judy Jetson.
What wallet?
Exactly.
My man, there you go. What wallet?
What wallet?
Okay, so another one from NDN Sif that let me see. Wait, I don't have this ready. Give me a second. My bad. Keep talking. My bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
So if we have all this waiting, it's going to be a waiting game with Sideshow with all these pre-orders and figures that are supposed to be coming in. So I think, like I said before, you commit to the purchase. You be patient and wait for it to come. Because I'm telling you right now, when the floodgates happen and the docks open up, you're going to get everything in one shot. And you're not going to have enough time to open up everything in one day.
It'll be a good way. And a good way also, like Denomi says, be selective with your day one pre-orders and just pre-order when the figure is actually released in HK.
Bingo. That's what I wanted to do with my Venom, but I'm debating whether or not I'm going to get mine from Toys Wonderland so I can get it early, which I'm paying a little extra for. I'm paying the premium, or I'll wait until it's.
But yeah, that's what I've been saying. I think we're going to have another civil war between Sideshow and Toys Wonderland or the HK sellers, because if people are canceling their Captain Rexes for because they want to get them now, they'll just order them for Toys Wonderland and call it a day.
Yeah, but see, that's another thing. They can't do that if they're doing it out of their own. You get what I'm saying? They're doing it from theirs. If they ship worldwide, they ship worldwide. You can't stop them.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too. As far as just the docks, I'm like half an hour away from Boston, and there's a pretty decent sized anybody who's been there, like Castle Island, because they they drop a lot of vehicles off there. And again, they've expanded it. They just last year installed like a new one of those super massive cranes. Mm-hmm. And part of the thing is they can't get anybody to work there because, again, in addition to the shipping delays, you're having issues with people, with their payments, or people are leaving. So again, it's not just the shipping delay; it's getting the people to work there.
Yep,
because they're having supply and staffing issues as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. Isn't that strange that Sideshow shipped caps to BTS? Not necessarily, because maybe there's a certain licensing agreement between BTS and Sideshow where BBTS has a certain number of caps that need to be sent out from Sideshow once they get them.
It's a distribution contract. So yeah, basically when they sign a contract. Now I'm going to assume like Big Bad Toy Store might have a different contract than say like Comiconcept or like like Toy Dojo, because they're more in scale and size with Sideshow, whereas the just in total operations, where some of these other stores, they're a little smaller, but they also deal in a hell of a lot more than just 1/6. They're a general collectible bigger toy store. So I'm going to have to wonder though, some of these contracts are specifically tailored to each person. As an example, when the Mud Trooper was coming out, I had mine ordered through Toy Dojo. And I talked to the owner, and I'm like, hey, can you get out and another one? And he's like, no, Sideshow has capped me. I cannot order any more. But then, like Big Bad Toy Store, they'll get their initial run, and all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, we just got another run of 10, and they're gone in 2 seconds. So I do think certain stores have special arrangements, which means they also have to be serviced by Sideshow faster than other, authorized resellers.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, here's another one from ND and Sif, and this is another surprise one too. The Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper.
You're getting your so if they're putting it off this early, that means the diecast version may be in play for season 3.
If that.
Dark Trooper. If Dark Trooper is set up for shipping notifications already with their local stores from Sideshow, the Dark Trooper, damn, getting released early. That'd be wild. That'd be wild,
but I still haven't seen it in HK first.
Yeah, of course you gotta see this in HK first. But if they're already getting shipping notifications, that leaves you wondering, like, if the Dark Trooper is set up for, because the thing is, the way things are happening is like what the Noe's been saying for a long time. Like, what will stop Hot Toys from holding back on these releases? Like, a lot of these releases were slated for next year.
Yep.
They did it for Venom. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna get wild if Hot Toys decides they want to open the floodgates with all these early releases.
Like I said, with Venom, that was strategic because they still have the press and the hot and press machines going on for Venom. They haven't closed that at all. Once the film goes out, everybody's gonna want one, and they're gonna keep the pre-orders open until such date when they run out of space. Like, okay, we need to stop this and then focus on this, because this right here, the Dark Trooper, it's been out for a while as far as pre-order, and it's not slated until next year, second quarter next year, like the windows from first to second quarter. Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
So we can see this coming around Christmas time, if that. Remember, it's another faceless character.
That's true. You can tell that Hot Toys is favoring those that are without no head sculpts, because it's easier to deal with. We had delays with Rex, maybe because maybe the licensing of the head sculpt needed to be better, or they had to tweak it a bit. A whole slew of possibilities when it comes to actual head sculpts, but with helmets, easy money to get that out. Easy money.
And I'm gonna have to go with you, Nate. I'm gonna have to get 2 of these.
Yeah, I'm either getting 2 or 3. Just I'm gonna get 2 first and then work on my 3. That's what I'm looking to get. Originally, I was gonna get 4, but I was like, I want to leave it open to where I can get a die-cast Dark Trooper in the future if they come out with a fully die-cast version. And also the flight, also flight accessories as well, because they didn't include the flight portion of this figure, so they can do that in the next one.
I'll tell you this much: if this figure sits and is not selling out, I would get 6. I would get 6, because wasn't it 6 that came to pick up Grogu in the temple, in the shrine where he meditated at? So
here's the thing, though. Post. Here's the thing. Shouldn't they be focused on releasing Clone Wars figures right now instead of releasing? Here's the thing, though. That's the issue. It's the head sculpts. If the head sculpts are, giving them issues, over time, that's why they got these delays. But then you got these figures without the head sculpts, and they just helmeted figures. They're gonna drop those. If they're already ready and prepped, like freaking Caesar Pizza, hot and ready, don't put it out.
Exactly, and then again, you also have to look at what other things are going on, like Venom. All right, so not only did the Venom 2, they pushed up the release date, so it's now coming next Friday. They wanted to release the Carnage, and then you also have to remember they announced, Sony did through the PlayStation 5, basically Spider-Man 2. Then we also got Venom's going to be in Spider-Man 2. So read the writing on the wall. They can re-release that Venom again, throw a symbiote symbol on him, and then he's comic books Venom. So they're double dipping essentially on a mold where the only additional cost is going to be is a new tampograph symbol for Venom. It's going to cost them an additional $2 to $3 in production for each figure on a run they've already established.
And that's assuming it's not changed up, because I already know that the head sculpt is going to be different, but the head sculpt could be changed. It's not.
But that's not a big deal though, because did they specifically make it magnetic for that reason?
That's another situation that could be a possibility, because that magnetic technology it suits the scale market. It suits it, because think about it, that gets rid of the whole ball joint situation. But the issue is, if the magnet is reversed, you're gonna have a levitating neck. That's the only issue.
Okay, guys. I got two more from NDN Remember, these are from NDN This is not Monica. Okay, NDN sent me this information about the shipping orders, getting these to local stores within 30 days from now. So within those 30 days,
30 to 45 days is the typical transit period.
Yeah, so within 30 to 45 days, we should, if this is correct with shipping notices to these local stores from Sideshow, we should be getting these, within those days. Like Dark Trooper, like we mentioned the Dark Trooper, like we mentioned the Tank Commander, and then
Mando, Deathwatch Mando, right? It should be on that list.
This is what surprised me. It is a Mando, but it's not the Deathwatch. I gotta show you in a minute. Give me a second.
Okay, yeah, because I thought he also said like there were also figures on the list that he wasn't getting, like.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're
Ahsoka and Deathwatch were also on that list.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're my bad.
Okay.
There's some figures that he's not getting and is not on the list, but the ones he's getting are the ones that are listed for between 30 to 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's the whole month of October right there.
And so here,
but then again, we kind of keep forgetting another thing though. All right, so we're talking about the port issues, all the shipping issues. These are projected even at 30 to 45 days. You're coming right into the meat of the holiday shopping and shipping season. By those estimations, 30 to 45 days, you're literally putting yourself at around Thanksgiving, give or take a few days. That's literally when, all the major shippers are like, okay, if you want to get this out, it has to be sent by this date or this date. So again, you could get it, but then we're going to be running into shipping delays because it's Christmas time in the U.S. And then again, for the last 3 years, exponentially, it's gotten so much higher than the year before. Now, what's it going to be like for this year? Again, and not necessarily because of the volume. It's just the staff isn't there. USPS is telling people there are going to be lots of delays. And then you have UPS, you have FedEx, even DHL. Again, it's just a domino effect that's going to basically collapse. You're going to be paying a lot of money for these figures, and you're going to be waiting for them, not from Hong Kong, not from overseas. You're going to wait for them to be shipping out of your local, post office dock, because the problem is they don't have the people to put all the mail out. And that's today. Never mind the Christmas rush, which is imminent on us.
And that's just our end. We don't know what's happening on the other side of the world if they're dealing with the same exact issue. So if they're dealing with the same exact issue, it's a timeline of trouble running into another problem. You never know. Our figures could be 35 days into shipping, and we won't see them for the next 6 to 8 months. EndGame cap.
EndGame cap, yeah.
Yep.
EndGame cap. But yeah.
And here's the thing. Damn you, Evergreen, because a lot of what we're seeing is still pushback from Evergreen boat being stuck in the Suez Canal. And the fact that boat was like one of the largest container boats on the planet. There's, I think, like 12 or 18 of boats of those size. Mm-hmm. And when those boats are stuck, there's a cascading effect through the whole supply chain, whether it be for boats, for slips, for people to even unload the boats. It's a cascading effect. And we're still going to feel effects of it probably into 2023.
Okay, so here's another one. It is the Moth Wepa.
Yes.
This
Yes.
one is strange because I'm like, this is the full on head sculpt here, and I'm here like, how is this one gonna get released early? Compared to the other head sculpts that have been delayed.
Low numbers.
Low numbers.
If they're thinking about putting out this early with the head sculpt, low numbers. Again, he's a villain, and I've said this before. Same thing with like, he's kind of almost getting the Finn treatment. It's a Star Wars character, but he's black. And again, in Asia, in China specifically, that this figure's not going to sell. They probably didn't even try to market this. This was maybe as a North America, South America, Europe figure.
They probably Wesley Snipes' blade with the way he looks.
But yeah, so I think the numbers on him are going to be low. It's going to be like another Coruscant Guard situation where 95% of the stock is leaving Hong Kong.
This is going to be another freaking Director Krennic situation here because the villains don't do well. That's another thing. He's a villain. Villains don't do well. Villains don't do well pre-order wise.
Yeah. I need him in my collection. I need Theo Wepa in my collection. That's what I'm calling him, Theo Wepa.
Theo Wepa, yeah, he looks like Theo, man. Yeah.
It's just funny. He plays such a good villain like in this, and in The Boys, it's just like, oh, he's trying to get Compound V from Baby Yoda,
Compound V. He literally tried to take his Compound V. Not true story. Shoot.
Yeah. So
yeah, this was a surprise because I was like, really? This is slated for April 2022, though. How is this possible? This one's getting released early. Then you said, the whole pre-orders
ratio
aren't that great. The ratio with the pre-orders. So I'm here like, damn it. This is gonna be another one. This is gonna be another one that waitlist watch. Like, don't let this slip out of your hands because this is a villain that he's still alive as well. He still can come back for another great moment in season 3. So like, he might not even come back. As far as like a figure release, he might not even come back. This is probably the only one.
I guarantee that he's gonna sell like hotcakes if he's in season 3 and he escapes and he does some reckless stuff and he's just as bad, if not worse, than Darth Vader. As far as
I'll be honest with you, if anything, for season 3, I potentially see a situation mid-season when we've already established he's in a New Republic facility, or even it's we see the same prison ship from season 1 where he's on, and we see Thrawn, and we see his robots from the 7th Fleet, which was in the episode from Ahsoka, breaking them out. And it's simple. Again, it's just a simple cameo, but one shot of Thrawn and, breaking him out, I do think something like that potentially will happen. Again, I do think we might see Thrawn in season 3, but it will just be a cameo and nothing other than to rescue Gideon. And again, is it to rescue him, or is it to rescue him to terminate him so the New Republic doesn't learn about the cloning process? So,
yes, SQ pre-order 66 on them likes. Everybody, we have 66 viewers. Please hit that like if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe as well. Smash it, baby. I want the Thrawn Hot Toys 100%. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah. It's just we gotta wait for him to show up on screen first. But 1,000% that is happening.
Vader's don't do well. Darth Vader. Am I a joke to you?
Well, Vader is an icon. Vader isn't a villain. Vader is an icon. So
it's the father. He is your father.
True story. Okay, so here's the last one from the list that NDN Sif sent me, and of course, it's not an early release. It's a pretty much an absolute. So, Ahsoka did get her shipping notification between 30 and 45 days to the local stores as well. That's why I felt that there was a lot of good information coming from ND and Civ when he sent me this, because Ahsoka is also looking to get released as well, early release. As I know it says slated October 2021, but then there was talks that Ahsoka Tano was getting released a little earlier, got pushed up a little earlier than October, so we might see her at the end of September. It's going to be Endgame, Captain Marvel, and Ahsoka.
The only thing I can say, guys, is you're going to be like this. Where's my money? Hot Toys took it. Hot Toys is your new wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's the thing, like Studio Commander Cody's a villain. He sells well. He's a very complicated character because he's a trooper. Trooper always do well, especially in sales. But the thing is, sometimes pre-orders don't reflect that well. But the thing is, it depends on the trooper. But the thing is, with troopers, they do well both sales and resales. For example, the Mud Trooper. Even though the Mud Trooper has been going down in prices of late, he's been up there for quite a while with $350, $400 with the Mud Trooper. Even though he didn't do well pre-order wise, he did great resale wise. So with Cody's, with troopers, it's a conflicting, it's a tug of war between resale and retail. Sometimes the retails do better than the resales, or both. The retails were great with Cody, with pre-orders selling out, and then bringing back new batches, and then when it sold out after a month, not even like about 3 weeks, I think it was about not even a month, about 3 weeks or a week, 2 weeks and a half or something. I can't remember exactly. Penny does, and it was out of your damn mind when that sold out, and then the prices started rising up in the damn resale market.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's another example that villains don't sell well. Thanos, Ultron.
They overproduce on Thanos.
Who else? Oh wait, a reason why villains don't sell well. They didn't even give us a Yellow Jacket.
That was a
I'll just say this: the prototype might be pulled out. The Yellow Jacket prototype might be pulled out because thankfully someone leaked some information from Ant-Man 3 and Darren Cross is back.
Ooh, okay. So there's hope. There's hope.
Yeah, Evangeline Lilly, she took a shot of the script, when they started filming. And I forget the guy's name, the actor's name who plays Darren Cross, but his name is on the script.
Okay.
So I think it might be, and at this point it sounds like he'll be in the quantum realm and he might be involved with Kang, one way or another.
Okay. But as of right now, we don't have him. Loki sells.
Oh, there was a question about that. Someone was asking what happened to the Loki figures. I don't know. They were teased a few months ago, but the thing is, there's so much stuff happening between Marvel and Star Wars. There was no time for the Loki stuff.
Do you want me to make an honest assessment? I think they teased them. I think we might end up seeing them either in Spider-Man or in Doctor Strange too. Because at this point, if the multiverse is cracked, like we already know, has already been sent to a different multiverse, like a different universe. Mm-hmm. Who's to say whatever fake Strange Mephisto is doing? Again, at this point, we might actually start to see a merging of everything together. Who knows? We could even see Deadpool, because part of the rumor is that Deadpool, outside of his main movies and his team-ups, he'll be the de facto Stan Lee doing all the different cameos now. Mm-hmm. So, in the multiverse would be the great way to set that up. But because he has his little time thing too from Cable. Mm-hmm. So who knows if that's going to come into effect.
Now, here's my thoughts on the Loki series and the figures that are teased. It's a tease. That's all it is. It's letting you know that it's a possibility that's going to be in the works. It hasn't been definite. It's a tease. We want it. Yes, we do. But we're not going to get it right away because we want it. We have to wait for everything else to come through the pipeline. Plus, there's the strategies that they have. They got too much on their plate right now. They're still giving us pre-orders for stuff, and we still haven't gotten the stuff that we paid for 2 years ago.
Rex.
Alex.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I want Loki. Give me Gator. I want the Gator Loki, but we're not going to see that until probably season 2 or after the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm just guessing because of everything that's been going through the pipeline. They still filtering out Endgame. They still going through Mando stuff, Boba Fett stuff, Clone Wars stuff, and what's the next thing? The anniversary stuff that's coming out, like Back to the Future. Like we got Back to the Future coming back, a dead IP returning. That's getting a lot of airtime right now. What else are they gonna bring that's taking up that slot of things that were teased and we still want?
Well, yeah. There's also other things too you're not even thinking about, brother.
Oh,
like Aliens. This is the 35th anniversary of Aliens, and then again, like Disney owns it. There's an Alien show coming out now, potentially involving colonial marines. So, and again, that's the stuff that's probably going to happen that we're not even thinking of yet. In addition to everything you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they have other things on their plate that they're trying to accumulate, but still satisfy the fans. Like we see something now, we want it now. And we're getting spoiled in that concept because I don't remember Hot Toys pulling out this much figures in one go. Like I understand they want to make up money from the pandemic, but not everybody has it to do that. People are still looking to work and trying to work under this pandemic and the stress, let alone bring the stuff that we already paid for to us. So. We have to be realistic in what we can get, what we want, and it's always a possibility we can get it in hand later. Oh, and there's another thing I wanted to touch on that we're supposed to be getting soon, and it hasn't been said yet in the stream. Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Miles
Morales. Yes.
Got the PS5 version of Miles Morales coming down too. So we got all these Spider-Men that are still coming in and then some. Now with the new game coming up, down the line, they're going to make it.
Oh, and then again, if you think like the what we're seeing for the Into the Spider-Verse 1 is going to be insane, just wait till we start doing Into the Spider-Verse 2. Because some Spider-Men have already been confirmed they will appear. The biggest one, Japan Spider-Man, a.k.a. Toho Spider-Man, is confirmed for Into the Spider-Verse 2. So we're going to get a Toho Spider-Man. Now, whether or not he's going to be coming with his Zord or anything like that, who knows? But then again, they've done a teaser with Spider-Ham. And in the teaser was Ultron, was Venom, was the Skrulls, among other things. So imagine we could get an animated Venom, like from the Fox 90s series. We could get animated Skrulls. We could get an animated Ultron. Again, because it seems like they're going to be doing this as almost like the multiverse. And it ties into the end of the movie with Spider-Man 99 and his goober. And his time displacement device. So, I just thought of something.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Last thing. You know how they all have like time displacement devices? The Avengers have their version. Cable had his version. Spider-Man 99 had his version. What if some way they're all connected to each other?
They are, but we just didn't find the connection yet. They are.
So.
We know they're connected, but we don't know how. And I think it's just one word. Time. That's it. Time. And in time, all things are possible.
So time's a flat circle.
There you go.
Brushed coal.
and
go ahead.
Peter B. Parker is another figure that's supposed to be coming down the pipeline that hasn't been released. That hasn't been shown. And that's supposed to be happening. Because you can't do Spider-Gwen, Miles, and not have Peter B. Parker.
Ooh, yeah. There you go. Isn't there an EG Loki still waiting to be released? Not only that, but EG Captain Puerto Rico 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we got both of them. We got both of them. EG Loki got pushed back. Let me see. Let me look at EG Loki Wicked. That brings me up again. Let me see. Shoot, that I pre-ordered that too. Shoot. Wow. I completely forgot about EG Loki.
That's why I was going down the list. I was running out of fingers. Yeah. I got toes too.
Oh no, we don't include the ones that haven't been released yet. Those are they're still in the pipeline.
Yeah, still in the pipeline. But then we got the ones that have to be released to come to us. That's more. That's more.
That's a whole multiverse right there. That's a whole different multiverse altogether.
And let's not get into the other gamerverse that they have a license for, which is Contest of Champions and Future Fight, which we got.
Oh man, October is gonna be a big month. October
to Christmas.
Man. Brex better get out soon, man. Brex better get out soon. We're gonna be. Man, shoot, this is gonna be bad.
OT for HT for the next 3 months.
OT for the HT, yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, so Lake Studio is asking, how well do you guys think a plain battle damage armor clone trooper would sell if Hot Toys made it? Beloved, they made a deluxe version with Phase 1. If you're talking about the
shiny versus veteran. Yeah, shiny versus veteran.
Yeah, the shinies will do well. A lot of people are asking for shinies. A lot of people are asking for the clean versions of those clone troopers. So yes, I can see that happening. Because troopers is another money pit for Hot Toys. Troopers, stormtroopers, clone troopers, another money pit. I could see the Death Trooper Specialist game reissued or 2.0'd with the help of Andor show, or maybe the Kenobi show.
That's another one. That is another one.
Well, one of the premises of the Kenobi show is that Kenobi's been out of it for so long on Tatooine, he thinks the current stormtroopers are still clones.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that also actually helps to explain the, when they're going into the Sandcrawler and he's talking about, Imperial stormtroopers, because at that point, he does not know they're normal people. He still thinks they're clones.
Nate?
Yo, what's up?
Can you please pull up a zombie Deadpool, please?
Zombie. Oh my God, Zombie Deadpool. I forgot about that one too. Shoot, Zombie.
He was announced a while ago. So.
The Iron Man Illusionist.
Wait, that was a Toy Fair exclusive, right? Was it Toy Fair?
Oh no, that's October. Oh God.
That's another October right there.
Now Iron Man the Illusionist, the skeleton one. The one that comes with
Mysterio. Yeah. Damn.
That's a lot of October stuff. Well, they probably space it out between October and November. That's what's going to happen. And then they could drop a whole load of them in December.
Or they can just drop one figure a day for every month for all of October, and they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an advent calendar, except open the day. Oh, that we released this one, and we released this one.
And Cable. When does Cable release? Next year or this year?
December, I think.
December. That's another one that could get pushed early if they have everything done and the order numbers are low. Because if I remember correctly, the numbers were low. It wasn't hot like Mando hot.
Well, the hype died down with this figure because the movie hype died. January 22nd. So, they might not push this early. They might release this actually January 22nd because the hype isn't there for him.
Got you. Unless Deadpool makes a cameo appearance with him. Ooh, let me stop. I'm just hyping it up.
Well, the funny thing is, too, is I don't know if we'll actually see him back as Cable. Because he actually made comments where, because again, he compared and contrast, playing Thanos versus playing Cable. And again, at the time, Deadpool was Fox property. And he basically said, when I had to do Cable, it was meticulous. Like, you have to do this, you have to do that. But then when he was playing Thanos, it was like, yeah, the Russo brothers, they were like, you have full freedom to explore what you want. This is your character. And so I think he was kind of turned off from playing the character because of how he was treated through Fox.
Yeah, well, that's a Fox issue. And now that Fox is under the umbrella of Disney, maybe he'll get that same treatment he got with Marvel Studios. and get the free reign that he deserves. Because honestly, I love him as an actor. He's awesome. I could watch.
Rodney, Cable released this year. I'm not saying it can. With the figures that are coming out next year that are being pushed to possibly coming out this year, they could throw in Cable if they want to. They could throw in Cable.
I mean, right now he's on the borderline of this year, next year. So.
Yeah, I could see late Christmas for Cable, early New Year's for Cable, like right there, borderline for HK. Not for us, but for HK.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I want to say, though, pretty much to end the stream, the whole idea, what's going on with Hot Toys. Like, I'm seeing a lot of these figures being put out, a lot of pre-orders, a lot of releases, right? And I'm here sitting wondering, when would I have time if I didn't have the finances to do this? Like, when would I have the time to go off and look for other figures to purchase if Hot Toys has me on the freaking teat? You know what I mean? With all these freaking pre-orders and releases. Like, I'm constantly getting bombarded with these Hot Toy pre-orders, and I don't have space to go off to go get some 3-0s or Asmus. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, at that point, like, damn, Hot Toys, you need to chill out at this point.
Well, yeah, again, because, I mean, other companies, like the G.I. Joe line, I have Snake Eyes, and then they are doing, like, the Deadshot version of Snake Eyes in the red suit. Then they're having the two different versions of Storm Shadow, the normal white one, and then the Arctic Camo version. And then you have X06 that are running into the Star Trek line. And usually we say, day one pre-orders, don't do it up. With the X06 Star Trek lines, if you want the figure, you absolutely have to day one pre-order. Because the production numbers on these, they literally tell you, like, yeah, we only made 1,000 of Data. We've only made 1,000 of Picard. And they had original ideas, but the cost of fabrics increased so much, they literally had to put a cap. So, like, X06, they are literally what Hot Toys used to be in terms of exclusivity, limited numbers. But again, depending on the company, sometimes you actually have to do a day one pre-order. Hot Toys are not that place anymore. Other companies are now. It's almost like other companies are coming in, seeing what Hot Toys used to be, and they're coming in to fill that niche, where we're only making this number of figures. If you want it, you have to pre-order now. Whereas Hot Toys is going more mainstream. They're evolving. They're becoming more of a main business, so to say. Whereas it was niche collectible. Yeah, they're still doing collectibles, but they're opening it more. They're expanding who they're going to be making. They're expanding their IP catalog.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm gonna say this: third-party figure lines are going to be the new Grails. Third-party figure lines are going to be the new Grails. If Hot Toys don't make it, these third parties that are making the figures that we need to complete an actual collection, those are going to be the new Grails.
Yeah. Smoke, I've had Data for like 3 weeks, and I'm still waiting for Picard. So.
Oh boy. Oh, yep. I did the reserves for the panel for Star Trek for Kirk and whatnot. So I'll be joining you.
Oh, so you got the Kirk panel on Thursday morning?
For my ticket.
You're getting his autographs too.
Possibly, depending if I can get my stuff.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool, because I know I'm confirmed for his panel on Thursday, and then I've got the tickets for the autograph. Now, the funny thing is, you hear what was announced last night?
Alone, it's the panel alone that I got.
Okay, so I'm doing the panel, okay, and I'll be wearing my cosplay. It was announced yesterday. After Comic-Con, Kirk is going to space. William Shatner is being lifted on one of the Blue Shepard rockets. Jeff Bezos is sending him up after Comic-Con.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
That's going to be sweet. And one thing on Con. We're going to do a vlog on enabling me on Hot Toys.
Yep, and then we'll be giving some of these out too. Our first edition stickers. I've got this is just our first batch. I've got more batches coming. We'll have them for Comic-Con. There will be a few running of us running around. Say hi, we'll give you one. But they are limited. And again, these aren't, just cheap sticker rolls. These are designed and, so not cheap. So.
The real McCoy.
Exactly.
It said the situation in Cole with the containers. Okay, so Comiconcept was on Hot Collectibles, right?
Yeah,
That's
Josh
right.
is a good dude.
Okay, so last night, and he said that the situation in Cali with the containers sitting on water for weeks and months is real.
Mm-hmm.
So, so the thing is, Don probably been saying it for quite a while in our streams. He's been saying it for quite a minute,
Months. Yeah.
months, ever since the Evergreen situation, and that was like early summer.
Early summer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and I said at the time, it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to cascade, and you're going to see effect again, not only because of the size of the ship, but because it blocked the Suez Canal, which is a major international, trade route, and it's going to, even though you might not think, Suez Canal is going to affect trade in the United States, it is because it's going to affect boats available. That's going to change shipping routes. It's going to change schedules of when things are picked up and dropped off. Then at that point, if there's going to be issues with space, certain things are get prioritized. Like if it's aid shipments or if it's food, water, medicine, those are going to get prioritized over toys, clothes, ancillary items. So, I mean, for lack of a better word, in the world of shipping, they're triaging right now. And if anyone knows triage from a medical term, it's basically what has the best chance of going forward. And as far as shipping, it almost seems like they're affecting a triage policy in some aspects.
come on, Don. Brian, don't trigger me, man. Them hot toys are essentials, bro. Them hot toys are essentials, man.
First, man, medicine first and all that other stuff. I'm with that. Collecting is a hobby, man. It's a
They're
downtime.
essentials, bro.
They're a collection, but the collection itself is a hobby. It's a hobby because you spend your money on the hobby, but you need time for your hobby. What is that? Is that a little katana? Is that a little
Yes,
katana?
I'm stabbing at you. I'm stabbing at you. There you go. There you go. This is for my Ronin. This is not for my Ronin.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to probably grab local loot. You got a little.
Oh my. Okay, no, I still got my katana. Okay? I got my katana. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. I have my Ronin katana. Okay. that is cool though. I'll take you all on. Okay.
Bro.
No. Okay. So we're 10 minutes before we end the stream. At 10:30, we're going to be putting out Dom Prime's Collector Therapy episode 2. If you guys want to watch it, it will be up on the channel at 10:30. It's not going to be a stream or anything. It's an actual actual video on the collector therapies. So that's our new segment going on our channel. The one thing I wanted to bring up before we end it, look at the numbers we got here. We have available now 140 figures from Hot Toys you can purchase. 140. And then pre-orders 125. 125. This literally tripled from what we had before with pre-orders. And then if you add it all together, right, it's about 265 Hot Toys right now. 265.
I don't have all the space for that. Those are big, bro. But I want my Hydra Stomp.
You want your Hydra Stomper. I know you want your Hydra Stomper. I know.
I gotta get my powers, baby. That's my victory lap right there. Even though he ain't running, he's just standing there. But he could do this.
No, the thing is, I'm just saying is that Hot Toys is not giving us time to look at other companies. They want us at their home. They want us at their church. They don't want us to go. Hey, let's go to the park, but no, the church is your park. Let's go home. No, the church is your home. Hot Toys is your home.
Yeah, I'm a keep it funky. Collect what you want to collect when you want to collect, and then go back to the old days of hunting stuff. Because this is going to be the time to do it. This is going to be the time to do it. Waiting for things to ship and get shipped to you, or waiting for a specific comic book shop to actually acquire the goods that you want. You have to go back to old-fashioned hunting. For specifically these collectibles. It's not like Hasbro or what is it, McFarlane or anything like that. You go to Target, you find that the shelves are empty. You got the scalpers getting that and whatever. No, you wait for the comic book stores to stock up, and you go and you hunt.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest though. Some of the comic book stores at this point, they're keen to the game too, and they're increasing their prices as well.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
almost
true
like
story.
It's almost like they're charging a tax on you for it being there. I mean, and again, I mean, like you can't fault businesses, for trying to stay relevant, but the simple fact that like, okay, you're paying a captive audience tax.
Yep. But what's going to happen is this: it's going to be like fashion. One style is in place, and then it just cycles through another style. So with it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to go up, then it's going to go down. Nobody going to want to collect them. They're going to be out there, and then people are going to come back because.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. That the figures will last a little bit longer because I'm still working on my army building. And that's the problem right there is the army. I do not recommend army building.
You're not supposed to.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it because you're passionate about your army building. Do it for you because you're passionate for it. But the thing is, if you're passionate for it, you got to understand that you might lose a few other figures along the way.
Yeah.
You might lose, like for example, I wanted Hellboy, right? I wanted Hellboy from the new Hellboy movie, but I didn't love it because I didn't like the movie that much. I love the character though. I love the figure, but I never picked it up because I was focusing too much on my army building with the Death Troopers and the Remnant Troopers. Do I regret it? No, not really, because I didn't like the movie.
Yeah, but that might have saved you though, because apparently the figure's having issues.
Yeah, and that too. That's another thing that caught me off from pre-orders is the flaking issues in the body. And I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Like I'll continue doing my army building, my Death Troopers and my Remnant Troopers. So if you have a connection to the figure, like a genuine connection to the character, get the figure. Get the figure. But the thing is, if you're army building, there's going to be sacrifices. You're going to have to make sacrifices. I'm not getting everybody. I'm not getting every hot toy, But I am
looks
army
like
building.
you are. I'm looking back. It looks like you are.
Don't look at this. No.
Okay, Daddy, chill. You say one thing, but I'll see the other. Daddy, chill.
No.
Alexa, Jedi off.
Don't look. Okay, don't. They get shy. Okay, they get shy. All right. Oh look, Morning Collector Zone. What's up, man?
Collector Zone.
I try this Collector Zone. Do you have any Picards left? I'm sick and tired of waiting. You hooked me up on data.
Collector Zone, you got any Venom? Let me know. I want them Venom. I want them early. Venom.
But yeah, Collector Zone is one of the best places to.
Yeah, he's totally cool, dude.
With his store, man, check him out. Definitely some good sales there too. So hop on it, doggone it.
Yeah.
If you're not into Sideshow anymore, go to Collector Zone. Or yeah, so pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of these stores, like Collector Zone, they're collectors that have turned their passion into either a business or a secondary business. So they're just like us. They just have the ability to get the figures either through a distribution contract or through their own sources. So again, when you're dealing with these stores that don't have a big footprint, as Sideshow or Big Bad Toy Store, that might be a good thing because again, you're dealing with a person that has the same interests, the same worries and concerns as you do. So you're not gonna get somebody who really doesn't care. You might have an issue. You're gonna deal with somebody who is gonna go and make sure that you're taken care of. And you got what you purchased. And I find a lot of the smaller stores, which is secondary businesses, again, they're just like us. They're just trying to make their way through this collector universe.
Pretty much. But anyway, guys, and Collector Zone, we are closing up the stream in a few minutes. Just want to remind everybody that, hey, hit that like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's about 70. We were pretty much in the 70s with you guys watching this. Thank you for coming in this early morning. I'm probably going to do more early morning streams. If I'm not doing overtime at work, I'll come over and do some early morning streams with you guys. I need to hit up on the comment like I want to do a segment where we could talk about the comments from the videos. I have not commented yet because I've been so busy. I've been reading your comments, guys. I'm enjoying your comments, and those that have commented, hey, I've had the time to actually comment it. So
that's another segue to the therapy video number 2, because I mean, we're not planning these, we didn't write things, but these are segueing perfectly to other things. Again, in our therapy videos, we actually want you to put down in comments what you think we should be speaking about. Any issues, whether it be big or small, and and it doesn't necessarily have to be one sick specific, but just in the collector community in general. Again, give us your ideas. We'll speak about them. We'll try to think, what we should talk about this week, next week. Again, give us your ideas, and we'll run with them the best that we can. We're back and forth. We need to know what you guys want to hear about. And gals.
All right. So, Lokalu, anything you want to say before we end the stream?
I'll be finishing up my review on Hit from SH Figure Arts later today, and I'll be up tonight. So be sure to take a look at that. And the next thing that I'll be working on won't be a review, will actually be a pose and play segment in my channel, which I'm going to be showing you how to pose a figure properly, not destroy your figure, and after that is going to be how to maintain your figure if it's damaged, like restoration after damage, like I did with Leo.
Gino, or is this a $7 stream? Hell no! I gotta go to bed. This is what I'm gonna go to bed right now. Actually, we're gonna end the stream right now because the video is about to pop up at 10:30 a.m. So you guys move over to the video and watch Don Prime do his thing with collector therapy. But all right, guys.
Folks. Yep.
Thank you everyone for joining up. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Don Prime, for joining me in this freaking stream, man. It was hilarious. But
see you tomorrow night, folks.
Tomorrow night, yeah, we're going to be out of your mind stream tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, going to 8 p.m. So, all right, guys, take care. And remember, we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this freaking galaxy.
That's right. May the weapons be with you.
Always.